Welcome to the Social Outcast podcast. It's your girl, Jazz V. Taylor. Now, I did say we were not going to talk about Protest 2020, but I did say if something big came out, I was going to speak on it. And a lot of stuff has come out on police showing violence toward other citizens besides, protesters and black citizens. For instance, the 75-year-old, they're saying he fell over his own feet. Now, spoiled apples spoil the bunch because you can see them push him, then walk off, and then another officer tries to check on him, and they get pulled up by another officer to keep going. Now that's officially a spoiled apple because you could have pushed that officer off of you and helped that 75-year-old, but you didn't. So at this point, they all are spoiled apples because you can do good and you choose not to because of the influence of those spoiled apples. So it is what it is. But I just saw a post from one of the celebrities I follow on my personal page, and she basically posted a tweet, and the tweet said we shouldn't let Protest 2020 calm down. We shouldn't be angry for a couple of days and let it go and wait till another hashtag pops up. And that's completely right. It always happens. I unshamedly was sitting here like that as well because it always happens. Like, we get riled up, we go out there, and then the next couple of weeks it's calmed down. But I honestly don't see that happening because I just don't. And we shouldn't let this blow over. We should keep fighting for change, justice, and equality, but it's all in the future right now. Right now we in the present, so I still see people fighting. I still see people protesting, and I'm really glad that's going on right now. Many people didn't think my city would protest, but we protested, and I'm really proud of my city. Most likely it was the influence of adults. My generation could not put that together. News out there is saying that machines are breaking down for voting and that the lines are extremely long. I saw this trending on Twitter, and I personally feel like if that's never happened with machines breaking down, then something's sketchy. But I've never heard of that breaking down, but I'm not upset that the lines are long. I am actually happy that the lines are long. Political change is where it happens, so I'm proud that people are not forgetting to go do that. And plus, we have to be 6 feet apart, which is probably why the lines are long. I don't know about y'all, but I'm continuing those guidelines. I can't handle a simple code. Me as an individual, I cannot handle a simple code. I be freaking out. I be going over everything I've done in my life. I be like, why do I deserve this? I haven't been mean to nobody recently. Like, why am I going through it? Like, I hate going to sleep with your nose stopped up. I do not want to breathe through my mouth. Like, that's the worst sleep ever. I'm finna stand 6 feet apart. Like, if I can't handle a simple cold, how can I handle corona? Like, for a fact, corona would knock me out. It would knock me off my feet. I would be dead, probably. Because psychologically, I wouldn't be able to handle it. I'm not prepared to handle corona because I've never had the flu. So I really don't know how those symptoms operate. I don't remember having a fever. So I don't think I ever had a fever. I really do take precautions as an individual. I hate touching stuff knowing that other people touched it. Love Germ-X. I've been using Germ-X before all this happened. People didn't even know what Germ-X was, honestly. That's how I feel. So I'm just a person that takes these precautions already, and I'm low-key a germaphobe. I'm not a, diagnosed germaphobe because it's not that serious. Because I be doing some things that germaphobes would not do, mostly in relationships, but they ain't none of y'all business. Yeah, and the only most bizarre thing I ever been through, like health-wise, was Bell's palsy, which was very destructive towards my confidence and self-esteem. Like acne, it makes me like depressed. So imagine having half my face paralyzed. I remember when I did have Bell's palsy, I was still going to like pediatrician because that's what single parents do if they have more than one child. You just take them all to one doctor. So at this time, I went to her, and tell me why this woman got so excited, because she's never met a person with Bell's palsy that had also lost their taste on one side of their mouth. So like Bell's palsy, you can lose your taste buds as well. Imagine eating dirt, okay? But I'm eating the graham cracker bears. The graham cracker bears. Just know we're both eating dirt. It tastes like fucking dirt, and I was freaking crying. I bursted out crying. That's how bad it was. And like sweet things tasted sour, and sour things were like weird, tangy, and it was just, I couldn't even drink through a straw or a milk carton. Like, it was crazy. It was depressing and it was sad. My self-confidence was down, etc., etc., all the good stuff. But since we're talking about Corona, oh, before that, make sure you go vote. If you're in a long line, bring some water, okay? Because you need to vote. But anyway, since we're talking about Corona, I think it was last night, a close friend, like, she was saying, thank you guys for the prayers and the calls and concerns and stuff like that. And I'm like, wait, what's going on? So I hit her up and she said she's been having all these, like, she listed all her symptoms that sound like what everybody's been going through with Corona. She said she's waiting on her result either in 2 days from now. Honestly, this is the closest Corona has hit me besides my ex-boyfriend's dad. I just told her I hope she gets better and that I'll be praying for her, because I will. That's a friend that understands who I am and doesn't let that influence other things. Like with me, I can say something to somebody with no enthusiasm and it can be so bleak and people take it the wrong way. They be like, oh, she got an attitude, oh, she being smart. I'm honestly just saying it dry as fuck, but I mean it with so much energy and I'm happy for you, etc., etc. I'm just saying it real dry because I honestly have no energy or no enthusiasm to be all hype about the conversation. I'm just telling you, like, I'm just being like blunt about it. And people take it the wrong way, like I have attitude or I'm sarcastic. But people like that understand me, understand how I talk and how I be trying to get my message out, that's like 1 in 100. And I want to keep her around. So yeah. And also I want to talk about with voting. I went and researched who's running for, I believe, our Senate or I don't know. Somebody that's leaving here and going to Washington for us. I believe the Senate. I just forgot who it was, the position. Anyway, I ran into Republicans. I couldn't find the Democrats. Honestly, after I read Republicans, I was like, I'm tired. But it was only 2 people. And when I read their statements and their opinions on, immigrants and all that other stuff, the only, the last thing that really ticked me off was Republicans wanting to put Christian conservative morals in the government. How can you put Christian conservative morals in the government when everybody's not Christian? When we have freedom of religion, why would you force your morals on someone else? You should stand on your morals because that makes you who you are. You should stay Christian, you should stay conservative, all that good stuff. But don't force everyone else in the United States to be like. Benjamin Franklin did not claim a religion. He believed in a higher power. He believed in God. That's how I am. I'm not claiming to be a Christian, Catholic, Hindu, a Jehovah's Witness. I'm not doing none of that. I do believe there's a higher power than us. I do believe everybody has a purpose in life. I do believe in good and bad karma. I do believe in good and bad people. Some people are just bad people, okay? And like Benjamin Franklin signed that Constitution. Like, what the freak? Like, because they be saying their justification is this country is built on Christianity. This country is not built on Christianity. If Benjamin Franklin can go out there and sign it, all his peers and friends, all the rich folks, all the slave owners can still be his friend. Like, you can go, I believe his tombstone says like what he believed. Like, it says something, okay? Forgot. I remember Benjamin Franklin not believing in, like, not claiming like religion. He did believe in a higher power. He did believe there was more than just us. He do believe we had purpose and that there was a God. And that's exactly how I am. And that's why I remembered it. Because I'm like, oh, okay. He like established us, helped establish us and all that good jazz. And people still mess with him. And he's, come on now. Like, why would you say you're going to put Christian conservative morals in the government when everybody's not Christian? How can we be unified? How can we be diverse and fight all the adversities together if you're gonna put your morals on someone else? Some people do not walk in their house with their shoes on for religious reasons, for germaphobe reasons, like scientific reasons, basically. If I say germophobic reasons, like, I believe science is real, I believe religion is real, I believe spiritual beliefs are real, like supernatural phenomenons, etc., etc. I believe in a lot of stuff that contradicts itself, but I'm not finna knock down nobody's religion, but I'm not finna allow you to force it on someone else. Don't be a Bible thumper. Don't do that. This podcast, I don't really like doing politics, and I don't really like talking on religion because I have not read every Bible in the world and every manuscript, etc., etc. But I do know a lot of atheists who do, and I believe they do that on purpose because I haven't read any Democratic stuff. I did plan to do that before my time to vote. I did see a post saying that Republicans and Democrats are basically in the same boat. They're not really trying to help everybody. We'll just have to see when I go research Democrats that's running for that position. But yeah, that's all for this podcast. I am making another episode right after this. This one will be a little short. Our Facebook page is still open for requests. Our Instagram is growing very quickly. I love it. And then our Twitter page is full of information. I do post about episodes to allow you to comment your opinion or look on things. Please don't hesitate. If you disagree with me, I'm totally okay. I love educational conversations. I want to learn why you think the way you do. I want to learn why your perspective is that way.